So, okay then. It's the 7th of November 2025. And should people be reproducing? Should people breed? No, people need to stop breeding. Actually, I think that people need to stop breeding, reproducing for at least 75 years due to the loose situation and the level of idiocracy in society. It is out of control, and the archons who control us, who have us enslaved in this reincarnation cycle, and who manipulate us, and who wish for us to be submerged in this frequency and illusion, they depend on us to accept a certain standard, to not question things. I'm going to get back to that in a moment. Reproducing, new babies in society, we don't need it. We will partially based on that our neighbour, a neighbour at the back there in the private house, a Lebanese couple have moved in. They're in their, I don't know, mid to late 30s, and they've got 2 kids who scream constantly when they're out in the backyard. We didn't, when I was a kid growing up in Campsie, in a private house which my mum owns, I didn't dare scream. I never screamed. My sister, who's 7 years younger than me, we didn't scream. The problem is, these kids are being given too much sugar, way too much sugar, and Coke, or whatever it is that they're being given. And no kid should ever have this in their hand, this fucking thing here, which half the time that I go out, I don't take it out with me. So 50% of the time when I go out, I don't take this with me. And if it rings in public, I tend to stop. And I'll answer the phone. I won't walk while I talk, I'll stop. And I don't like referring to this when I'm out in public. Young kids these days, toddlers, children, kids, given well, that's more so the adults. The kids are just like, they're like those Pakistani and Indian people walking. There's all 80% of people on the street. Now, the babies coming into this world, I think it needs to stop. We've entered the age of idiocracy, where why are people reproducing? Why are people breeding? I got that from the wall. I remembered it from The Walking Dead, from ages ago, years ago when I watched The Walking Dead. And I said, oh, they're breeders. People who are breeding. People need to stop breeding. Because to preserve the bloodline, must preserve that family name, must preserve the bloodline. And my dad was absolutely, my dad would remind me every 5 minutes when I was growing up, which I realised that he shouldn't have really done that. That he was like, oh, you have 7 sons and 7 daughters. My mum would say, oh, knock it off. And she'd say, just a boy and a girl, one boy and girl. but he'd be like, must preserve the family name. And if that was going to happen, it would have happened, well, for me, probably an ideal time would have been about 15 years ago. I'm too busy with, I don't have the energy for kids now. My partner, she has an extreme case of endometriosis. She can't have kids. And at first I was a bit sad about this, but I don't want kids. I'm not going to have kids. Maybe I'll get kids in some other dimension. I'm not going to bring kids into this world now. We live in a society where technology is out of control. Information is at our fingertips. I absolutely love that, but everybody is on their mobile phones. Infrastructure has changed. Sydney has changed. It's not the classic age anymore. Everything is at the fingertips, which can be a good thing. Mostly what I see though is on the streets, everyone is on their mobile, especially on trains and buses. Gone from the day and age where everyone would have their newspaper out, the Sydney Morning Herald or the fucking construction site upstairs. Well, the telegraph on the train, and now everyone's just on the mobile. But more than that is, I don't have the energy for kids now. I don't have the energy. I'm about to start my career. I'm already starting it. I've spent the last 5 years building up a YouTube channel, yet I have an actual main YouTube channel. It's unlikely I'll ever speak about it on this channel. I've got a main, big, brilliant YouTube channel. I've got all my projects. I've got a lot on the plate. I've always got a lot on the plate. A lot of projects going on. I help my partner with things. I always said that if I had a child, that'd be the priority, and I'd put my career aside. I would just, which is filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker, amateur filmmaker heading toward professional. Movie star. I play the lead role in all my short films. I play the lead role in my feature, or going to play it. I haven't finished the script yet, but I'm a star. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm a star. I'm the movie star. I'm the movie star. Now, if I had had kids 15 years ago, do I look young? Do I look young? Young and handsome. Have movie star looks. The time for me to have kids would have been 15 to 17 years ago. And if that had happened, I would have put everything aside and totally focused on them, just completely and totally focused on them. And now I'm not willing to do that, not willing to do that at all. I mean, I also have chronic fatigue syndrome, undiagnosed, and I do have OCD, undiagnosed, but diagnosed by other people who know me. I get a limited amount of energy and anxiety, but the anxiety part would probably be fairly insignificant in having a kid, but I get tired very easily. I help my partner every day. I help my partner every day. My partner has big projects. She's working on her first novel, plus working on some business ideas, and I'm about to get underway with all my short films. Actually, if you want to be a part of my crew, I need a lot of help. I need crew, actors, and oh, please help me. But yes, we're going to get dogs. My partner, she grew up with dogs. I grew up with cats, but I've learned to love dogs through all of our house sitting gigs. We do a lot of house sitting. And we're going to get small dogs like the Papillon dogs or the, is it Cross Terrier? The smaller dogs. Because I like dogs a lot, so I get 3 dogs and a cat. In yesteryear, when I was growing up, like in yesteryear, I did want kids. Well, I want 2 girls and a boy, or a boy and a girl. Look, my sister has half satisfied Dad with that. I've got a nephew. He's 9. I think he'll be 10. Yeah, he'll be 10 next year. And so, but he has a lot of manners to learn. He doesn't have any manners. My nephew, he doesn't have any manners. He's a bit of, my sister doesn't discipline him properly. There's no sort of talk to him about things. He's a lot. He's a great deal. I do see him occasionally, but I get tired after 20 minutes. I can't have a proper conversation with him yet. He's not up for that. And it's just sort of restricted in the sense of the conversations that I want to have with him, want to be able to have with him, and I can't have this with him yet. But I can toss the ball back and forth. He likes to play ball. Standard things that a 9-year-old would do. And I enjoy buying him, when I'm at Aldi, I enjoy buying him books, buying kids books and all that sort of thing. And the rest of society, what you talking about with us? And the rest of society, people need to stop reproducing for at least 75 years. Because people get proud of their bloodline. Like, you must continue on the family name. What if you're an arsehole? What if she's a bitch? You're going to have a little prick, a little arsehole, and little brats running around just because you wanted to preserve the family name. So you have scream because you reproduce, you have a baby, and then you say, we're not going to harshly discipline them or reprimand them, we're going to go easy on them. They give them the device, the mobile device, and they put the cartoons on the mobile device for whatnot, the children's programs. They hear parents click the kids channel and give that to. They give these devices to the kids, and the kids get on these devices, and not all parents are doing this, but just the kids these days are just a lot. They're not. I'm Generation X, proud Generation X, and I grew up with Monopoly and Richard. This is not supposed to go for more than 15 minutes because I'm not verified.